All right, if you are here because of the video that I made about the criteria that you need to travel to the UK as a student, so I'm going to break everything down here. Just follow the video accordingly from now to the end. And please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, Mr. Konuche TV, please do well to subscribe. This is where I actually break everything down and give in-depth explanation, because you can't do that in other apps because time is limited. But here you have the ability to explain and explain and explain and explain everything that the person needs to know. So please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel. As it stands now, the student visa they go well for UK. Work visa is still going, but it's somehow it's just majorly for medical people. Maybe if you're a nurse, physiotherapy, radiography. It's even hard for doctors and medical lab scientists, among other medical courses. So if you want to go as a student, first of all, you need to save money. You know you need money now. I'm not the one to give you that money. So now this is what you need to do. Take your time, bring out your time, research and decide where you want to stay in the UK. There are 4 countries. There is England, there's Scotland, there's Wales, there's Northern Ireland. 4 of them is UK. It's like now Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon and Senegal coming together to answer United Nigeria. So UK is England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. You can be in any of these countries when you get the visa. Do you understand? So now, if you want to be in England, for instance, now, you will now decide, where do I want to stay? Me, when I did my master's in 220, I went to London because I'm into entertainment. I'm an MC, I'm a comedian. So I needed to be where entertainment is happening. But if you are not, London is very expensive. You don't need to go there. So decide where you want to stay. So let's say you want to stay in London now. You will now come and check universities in London that are offering the course that you want to do. You already know the course that you want to do now. For me, this is the way I choose the course. I'm a medical lab scientist, but I didn't do masters in anything medical lab science because I needed to do 2 years course that will give me more time to be able to pay my school fees. But if you know paying your school fees will not be a problem, just do 1 year course. I knew because I was coming from a home where that we not get money. I needed to work it out. So I needed 2 years course so that by the time I have before that 2 years, I must have been able to finish paying my school fees. So this is a personal decision you need to make for yourself. So I choose 2 years course. I didn't even choose anything related to medical. Do you understand? Fine. So you choose the course that you want to do, and then you now put universities in London that offer this course. You will see all of them. You will now select the one with the cheapest school fees, and you will just see their official email address. It is there. So you will now send them an email. So now what do you need to do? You need to have collected your transcript from your university where you school. You need to have 2 references, one academic and one work one. So tell your HOD in your university or any lecturer to give you one, and then where you have worked before, tell them to give you reference, recommendation letter as you may call it. Then dash down to the internet and check out people's statement of intent. There's something called statement of intent or statement of purpose. That means you will write to convince why you want to come to the UK, why you choose this university and why you choose this course. Do you understand? If you did something like business and international management, you'd be like, you come from the part of Nigeria where you are enterprising people, you do business, you've always wanted to do a business, and write it like you are going there to school and come back to Nigeria. Say things like there is one particular company you are targeting in Nigeria that you want to work there, and then that they value UK certificate. You want to improve your distance, your skill acquisition from this masters that you want to do, so that you can be able to go back to that company and work for them. Don't do it like you want to go there and go and stay. For me and you. Anyway, let's continue. So that's how to write that statement of intent and why you choose the course that you choose. Then after writing that, you need to arrange your CV. Always make your CV to be CV without gap. CV without gap means, let's assume you left secondary school 2007 and got admission in the university 2010. What were you doing in 2008 and 2009? Did you do computer lesson? Put it there. Were you doing business? Put it there. Were you taking care of a sick person? Put it there. They just don't want to see that you've been idle. You left university since 2022. What were you doing in 223, 224, and now 225? You want to come and do your master's? Put it there. That is CV without gap. And of course, you need WAEC. Most schools in the university accept WAEC certificate. It's only few schools that accept NECO, like Ulster University in Birmingham. Ulster is ULSTER. They accept NECO. So, and if you have statement of result in WAEC, you need to buy scratch card that they will need to check the result online to be sure that it is authentic. Do you understand? And then, what am I missing again? Of course, you need international passport. I don't need to tell you that one. and then you need official email address. If your name is Kachi Okeke, Kachi and Okeke should be inside your email address, not all those babyoko@yahoo.com. Do you understand? Okay, when you've gathered all these things, proceed to that particular school that you selected, their email address, and send them, write an application that you are seeking to study this. They will even state everything there on their website. They will guide you. You will now submit everything. Anything they are telling you, you will now be doing it. You will submit all the guidelines. After submitting it, they will go through it. There are two kinds of admission. There is the conditional admission. There is the unconditional admission. Conditional admission means that there are still some conditions you need to meet. Maybe you submitted statement of result and you need to submit scratch card for them to check that result to be sure that that is your actual WAEC result. So after checking it again, they will now say, okay, everything is now fine. They will give you unconditional admission. And this is usually less than 3 weeks, or 3 weeks they will respond to you. Do you understand? You don't need agent. Let me tell you, that agent that you are meeting now, this same place you are going to submit is where he's going to submit. And they will not give him because he's agent. The difference is when you are submitting, you say you are submitting on behalf of yourself. When he's submitting on behalf of someone. It is the same thing. You don't need any agent. Agent doing it doesn't mean that you get the visa. That's why a lot of you don't know. I was here too. I came here to do my master's 220 now. Did I meet anybody? Did any agent do anything for me? Now me carry myself, my Android phone, do everything, carry myself, come here. So when you have submitted that thing, you now go and start building your account statement. Now, how do you know how much there's supposed to be in your account? It depends on where you want to live. There's what they call living expenses. For instance, now, if you want to live in London, London's living expenses is around £1,400 every month. That is to say that you must spend at least 1,300 and something. So I approximate it to £1,400 every month. So they will calculate your living expenses for London for 9 months, I mean for 8 months. So check 1,004 multiplied by 9. That's a lot of money. That's millions. Do you understand? That needs to be in your account. So let's say you are going to Birmingham, but if you are in those northern part of England, their living expenses not the 2 day high like that. But London is like highest. All those big cities, London, Manchester, Liverpool, those places are big names. You understand? But Northern Ireland now, the other country, not Republic of Ireland, Northern Ireland is part of UK. They are if they small. That's even where I would advise you to go to. England, don't fool. But you can still come to England anyway. So let's continue. So that's how you know how much you're supposed to get. And then the day the money complete, that's the day they start counting. So let's assume today that you are supposed to have 20 million. And then you put 15 million since. Now 2 weeks later, you're going to go put the other 5 million. Now that day the thing complete 20 million, that's the day the 30 days start counting. So you now wait for 28 days. After 28 days, you will now go and print it. After printing it, you will now go to Abuja or Lagos. I went to Abuja in my own case to do your tuberculosis test. That one is to check if you have active tuberculosis. Now, why did they do X-ray? Active, like not latent one. Do you understand? Then if you pass, together with that your bank statement, together with your admission, then you must have paid school fees deposit. Some schools charge school fees deposit as low as £2,000, which is like 4 million naira. Some schools will tell you to pay half. Some schools have different conditions. So it's left for you to study the school you want to go and see their policy of school fees. Then with your school fees deposit where you don't pay, with your bank statement and your TB result, that's what you will now submit. Then the school will now send you cash. It is that cash that you use and go and apply for visa. That cash be like COS now that somebody that's looking for work in the UK is looking for. Do you understand? That cash is just like, something you used to apply for visa that you are coming as a student. Tell me how this thing is difficult now. Tell me if you need agent now. But we are not used to these things. We Nigerians, we are not used to things like this. You will still look for agent. You will still, this thing, how is it simple like this? Why is this simple? You can say if you want to make you come. It's from your money that they are using to pay the lecturers. You don't know. There are a lot of students, UK can never stop students from coming. So if you have the money, you can actually come. Do you understand? So when you now apply for your visa, it's during your visa, they will be asking you a manner of question, blah, 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 this, that. You will now come. Then, depending if you pay for priority, your visa might come out within 1 week. If you paid for express, I think that one is even 24 hours. Then if you pay for normal standard, if you stay like 1 month, the visa will now come out. And then after they give you visa, you have 3 months to travel. That thing where they put for your passport. Visa is just permission to travel to a country, not be anything else. Do you understand? that VNet, I will tell you, they call it where they put for your passport, you have 90 days to travel within that period. So you don't even need to rush. Do you understand? And you can even travel before your lecture starts to prepare yourself, get admission. They're talking about admission. Most schools provide admission for students. But if your school does not provide, you can make contact with anybody that is living there, and then they will guide you. Do you understand? So I think I've been able to break it down and then take this thing step by step. If you have any question, put it on the comment section. If I have, I will go through them, and then relevant ones. So no be what I already explained when you don't agree watch, because you didn't watch it to the end. You will now come and ask me a question of what I already explained. I will not respond, so that you stop coming to inbox to be disturbing. Follow this thing and see if you will not come to the UK. Baka,